Hello, meatbags. Today we're talking about From Dusk Till Dawn. From Dusk Till Dawn is probably the greatest vampire movie ever made. It stars Quentin Tarantino, George Clooney as the main characters. Usually in film, the main characters are the good guys, right? Not in this film. They are the bad guys. Quentin is a serial rapist. George Clooney is a cold-blooded murderer. They just got back from a crime spree and need to get over to the border to Mexico, so they kidnap a family to take them to Mexico. Once in Mexico, they go to a bar, and at the bar, the vampires come out of nowhere. The first half of the movie seems like a different film from the second half. The first half seems like a Quentin Tarantino movie. The second half seems like a Robert Rodriguez movie. Both halves are directed by Robert Rodriguez, however, and not Quentin Tarantino at all, though it was written by Quentin Tarantino. A lot of people didn't know this was a vampire movie going in, like me, and thought this was a gangster movie. And it's really jarring when the vampires seemingly come out of nowhere to wreak havoc. It felt like, at least to me, two different movies, both equally good, packed into one. It's really jarring when the movie takes the turn from gangster movie to a monster movie. I personally love the transition. It feels like watching a Grindhouse 2-film feature at a drive-in movie theater, like back in the day, where you get two movies at once. Since both halves of the film are so different, it feels about the same. It feels like two different movies, like a Grindhouse movie. And Quentin Tarantino loves Grindhouse films, so I do believe that's what he was going for when he wrote the film. The acting is great by everyone that's in it. The family the criminals take in and use to get over to Mexico are well acted, and you feel sympathy for them, especially when they start to die one by one. You feel for everyone, even the criminals kinda, and I do mean kinda. They are pieces of shit and definitely deserve to die. And when they do, it's cool, but they are likable characters, so you kinda want to see them make it out. It's funny Quentin Tarantino plays a serial rapist and a weirdo. It's the perfect role for him. Not saying the guy's a rapist, just saying playing a weird dude probably isn't a stretch for him, because he is kind of weird. Not only that, I love the fact he literally wrote his character having a foot fetish, and wrote in a scene where a girl puts a foot in his mouth and pour alcohol down her leg and feeds him alcohol via the foot. Quentin Tarantino's foot fetish is on full display here. Again, he had a famous actor that was hot as hell put a foot in his mouth. He wrote that in the movie. He wanted that to happen to him. I mean, that's obviously something that turns him on. It's just funny that he put that in the movie. Speaking of characters, my favorite character has to be Sex Machine, the guy who has a codpiece pistol for a belt. It's so funny. He's the guy who did the special effects for many of the greatest horror movies of all time, including Dawn of the Dead, Creepshow, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, and Friday the 13th. Dude is a legend, and his character is absolutely hilarious in the film. Fred Williamson, the Black Army vet, is great in the movie too. He kicked so much vampire ass in the movie. Because vampire's flesh is so soft, he was able to stick his hand into a vampire's chest and pull out his beating heart. Then later in that scene, Sex Machine stabs the heart with a pencil, killing the vampire demon. One hell of a scene. Probably one of my favorite scenes in the whole movie. Cheech Marin, another legendary character, well, he plays characters. He's a dude that has 3 different roles in the movie. So epic. And I really love how the film starts off. It starts off with them robbing a liquor store, and it's epic as hell. One hell of a way to start off a movie. Especially when they blow up the liquor store at the end of the scene. I give this film 9 beheaded babies out of 10. Thanks for watching my review. I'll catch you on the next review, filthy scumbags. Be sure to subscribe, like this video, and most importantly, leave a comment telling me what you thought of the movie, or this review for that matter. See ya. Leave a comment!